The electrical is completely done. The garage is completely plumbed and wired. I got my new lights in, and the first and second phase of the inspection is complete and 100% satisfied. Now what I'm doing is I'm working on backfilling everything. Kind of. And then I've been doing a little bit each morning to try to get this backfilled and then pack it down and backfill it. I gotta make sure my clean out. Get my clean out marked. And then once that's done, the inspector says he comes back out again and he needs to see the pool actually operating. So, let me show you what then they left my ground wire for me so I can hook it into the ground post of the motor on the pool. This cost me about $5,000. Put a new outlet out here for me. Then he plumbed the garage as well. The box is complete. He gave me a double switches, one switch on or off my outside light. The other switch is for these if I want to put them in manual mode. Right now I have them in motion activation mode. Then he ran all new line up in the ceiling all the way across. I wanted everything tucked away because I'm going to start drywalling this here in the next week or two and insulating it. And then there's that. And then he brought a dedicated outlet over here for my fridge. I asked him to put that in for me. Then he ran a dedicated outlet for this here. There's a just a regular outlet. There's another regular outlet for the garage door opener. I wanted it upgraded to heavier duty style. Put an outlet here on the back side of the turn-in for the pool. Here, I wanted one. Ran everything up through the ceiling. Like I said, another outlet here. And then he brought me another outlet in on this side over here. So, very, very, very bright lights. Each one of these lights is 5,000 lumens. And then in the house, he put a new outlet in for the refrigerator in the house, because for some reason how they had it wired up before is they had the refrigerator wired into the main power supply that comes out to, they had it coming out of the box into an outlet and then spliced off the other side of the outlet down, supplying the power to the old screw-in fuse style in the garage. What a nightmare. But hey, it is what it is. It's fixed now. It's all updated, all the code. The inspector said it's above code, so the rigid line, because it's rigid line in my town, it only has to be 6 inches below the surface because it's rigid line. I've got it 13 inches below surface, so yeah, that's what $5 grand will get you, and a guy that's doing it off the clock. Let's just put it that way. So I go to work now, and let's talk about some lemon law stuff. Yesterday I posted a video on an engine that we were waiting for 11 months on, basically. 5 months in, they sent us an engine that was all, the crate was all broke. The engine there's broken parts on the engine, like the valve cover and the cooler assembly, and they're like, no, we can clearly see where this engine's been dropped. Take it back. We're not going to put this in a customer's vehicle. It's like a 2014 Raptor with a 6.2 liter. Has been sitting here for 11 months. Finally, the engine came in. They sent us another one, but they're having a hard time getting these engines. And the 5 liters and the 6.2 is really hard to get them. And this one, you can tell they didn't do as good of a job on the outside of polishing it up. Like when you would refurbish an engine, normally they clean them up real good. They dip them in chemicals and stuff and just get them real nice and clean. Everything gets painted. You can tell the cylinder head was basically just degreased and everything was just rebuilt and cleaned up. You know, like they did a good job doing that part probably, but the outside. Anyhow, a lot of people popped up and said, oh, why 11 months? Why 11 months? Why 11 months? Was the customer in a loaner? I don't know what happened 11 months ago. I can't tell you that. So those asking questions like that is like, I'm going to give you some random answer or whatever. I have no idea what happened 11 months ago. I don't remember. And then also, oh, I would have lemon lawed it. How are you going to lemon law 2014? Come on, guys. When you say stuff like that, you sound absolutely ridiculous. So 2014 is not going to be under warranty still. And it's going to have some kind of extended contract with an aftermarket. We'll have some kind of extended contract with an aftermarket warranty. With that being said, it doesn't fit into any kind of lemon law category anymore. I'm not sure where people get the idea that they can just snap their fingers and lemon law something. If it's not been in the shop for warranty repair, you cannot lemon law something that they don't own anymore. You own it. It has to be in for warranty repair. If it's not a manufacturer warranty repair that it's in for, you cannot freaking lemon law the vehicle. That's pretty freaking common sense. Are there people out there that are that oblivious that think that they can just demand and him and haw and that it's going to get lemon lawed? I think some of you say stuff and you don't even pay attention to what you're saying before you say it. If it ain't in for a manufacturer warranty, and it's not like a newer vehicle within that 5-year, 60,000 mile range, you ain't lemon lawing nothing. And this is not going to happen. I mean, I guess unless you have some kind of special contract wrote up with the dealership, but then you would have the dealership buy it back. It wouldn't be the manufacturer. These lemon law and Better Business Bureau buybacks that you guys are going through, you have to realize that has zero to do with the dealer. They will pull a technician to look at the vehicle and verify all the customer's concerns, or they'll pull somebody from the office to actually come up with all the paperwork and stuff like that. But the dealership is barely involved in what you guys go through when you do lemon law stuff. So when you come here and you're like, oh, yeah, you're going to buy my vehicle back, it has nothing to do with me. Personally, I don't care. I want to fix your vehicle and I want to keep you in it, but if you're going to go through a buyback, I really don't care. It has nothing to do with me at that point. It has to do with you, the manufacturer, and whoever the buyback party is, or forcing the buyback or investigating for the buyback. Doesn't have anything to do with me. Doesn't have anything to do with 99.9% of the dealership. It's the manufacturer or the company that supplied you the vehicle, the party investigating, and they just ask for minimal paperwork and legwork from the dealership in general. That's all kept private and in secret, and we don't know what happens after that. I just had a Better Business Bureau buyback investigation where a Ford service engineer came out and she had about 12 concerns that she only told us about 1 or 2 of the concerns, never told us about the other 10 that she had, just randomly popped up out of nowhere. So what does the Ford say? Send an engineer out there, grab one of the good techs, the senior techs with the dealership, and we'll just pay him all day for his time and go through these concerns and see if they can be addressed. If they can be addressed, great. If not, you're out of the equation. You don't have to do anything anymore. It's between the customer and the manufacturer at that point. I'm out. I ain't got nothing to do with it. Personally, I don't care what happens to it after that. I got paid to do my job for the day. Now it's between you and the manufacturer and the investigator. That's it. But it always doesn't happen that way either. Sometimes you don't have the option to take a tech off of a job for a day dedicated to investigating your vehicle to verify this, this, and this. Sometimes it just goes through paperwork chain only. Lemon law and buyback stuff don't quite work like you guys think it does. There's a lot more that goes into it. So a lot of you fly-by-the-night warriors that want to come by and keyboard away and leave all your lemon law comments. Shut the fuck up. Don't nobody care. You don't know what you're talking about. And then you try to argue with me about it, and you don't even do what I do. You're not even involved in the stuff like I am. But yeah, you want to argue about it. I guess that's what they call them, internet lawyers, internet attorneys. Understand what you're talking about first. If it's not under some kind of manufacturer warranty and you're trying to get it bought back, you're not going to get it bought back. So the lawyer's going to laugh at you. unless there's some kind of major safety defect that pops up out of nowhere, and you know without a shadow of a doubt this is 100% the manufacturer's fault, like 1.5 liter coolant intrusion, or 1.6 liter coolant intrusion, or 2.0 liter coolant intrusion. Yeah, there's technical service bulletins and extensions, but what if somebody's at 85,000 miles instead of the 84,000 miles when that engine starts to leak coolant into the cylinder, but it's at 85? Well, now you're not covered anymore. In a situation like that, you might be able to fight the manufacturer and get something ruled in your favor, because that is a manufacturing defect. But when you're at 85,000 miles or 70-some thousand miles, and now you hear rattles and ticks and taps and something's leaking over here around the window and stuff like that, and you're expecting to get a buyback, please, Jack, don't even waste your time. Trade the vehicle off or sell it. Doesn't work that way. If it's not under powertrain warranty, at least it ain't getting covered. You ain't getting it bought back. Anyway, y'all be blessed. Have a great day.